Testing, testing, testing. Alright, I think we're live, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a couple of false starts this morning. Just trying to get this thing to work properly. Anyway, I'll stop that. And so to start off with a disclaimer. Everything in this video is for general information and educational purposes only. Nothing presented here constitutes financial product advice, personal advice, or a recommendation to acquire or deal in any financial products. Examples are illustrative only and should not be relied upon as indicators of future performance, as past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance. Alright, now that's out of the way. We'll get into the chart. Unfortunately, I've already half done this video, so I might just have to quickly start again. So basically, unfortunately, last week I didn't check the weekly before having a look at that. I did the stream before the weekly had closed, so I should have probably waited for that. This was pretty ugly. You can see we've got the swing fail and drop down, and yeah, it wasn't particularly good, and basically put in that head and shoulders, but it's pretty ugly. Yeah, it would have been better off holding off. Still got a lot of squiggles on this chart. Yeah, this head and shoulders did shoulder did sort of form in here. I'm not sure if this is really going to play out. It went a lot deeper in here, so yeah, I'm not sure which how you'd classify that one. But you can see we did actually come in and bounce off some of these previous order block levels. We got the CS9 in there, or TD9, depending on how you want to talk about it. Biggest issue here at the moment is we do have this semi gap that's formed now, and so I'm going to be expecting maybe a little bit more of a run up, sort of maybe later in the day or into the London session, and then possibly have some aggressive close either tonight on the New York session or tomorrow's New York session. Anyway, that's a bit unfortunate at the moment, having such a large gap there, but yeah, just so playing it cautious with longs at the moment. This is, what's that, the weekly. It's moved on to the 12-hour. Good thing about the 12 hours, you can see we've had the double smooth stochastic as cross there, and the cipher is also down, giving us that signal there. You can see that quite a few times it's been fairly reliable. We did get this yeah, kind of like the 3 drives down previously before it turned around, and we're only really sort of into 2 there. So I think we're going to see a bit of a drop down here, because we're going to need to close this CME gap, plus we've got this strong level just here that might get tagged and swept. Anyway, that's the way I'm looking at Bitcoin at the moment. So everything else is really just playing out cautiously. Once again, CME gap, it's just showing a CME gap. We have got above the 18-day rolling VWAP, which is starting to, it's kind of been a fairly good indicator previously, but I do like it more on ETH. Alright, so onto the ETH chart. Basically looking at we did actually get this head and shoulders. I kind of thought this might have been invalidated just because we already had that sort of weak little bounce there, but in the end it did play out, unfortunately. And I guess the power of Bitcoin dropping right at this spot here as well has driven it down. We did get quite the aggressive drop there, so we came down 13%, so that wasn't particularly good. And I was thinking we might hold on this order block, but yeah, we just chopped straight through that on the 12-hour. Yeah, we're now sort of riding this the 91-day and the developing quarterly. So see what happens here. Anyway, not a lot to do at the moment here with that. I did actually enter some trades Friday, so I did catch a little bit of this move, which I will talk about in a minute as far as scalps are concerned. Let's not worry about that. So Solana was actually quite a good one. It had a massive drop, all part of that. So yeah, it was about there. So yeah, it's more like 19% down. So that was pretty aggressive. But you can see we came down and we played around these levels down here, which and the 91 day. So that was pretty good. So that was Friday evening. I did actually get into a trade here, basically on this double bottom. I will talk about that shortly. So I'm going to skip over these and go into Solana. So this is the new indicator I've been working on. So it just combines all the scalping. So instead of using the two screens for scalping, I'm trying to compress it into one indicator so that you can have the 3, the 5, the 15 ciphers all jammed in one. It's a bit ugly looking because I've got a lot of stuff going on there, but the important thing here is getting these when you get the crosses and you set it up, it'll give you an indication when you sort of hit a bottom. You can see yeah, you could have got in a trade here, which would have. I've got this set just at trading 1-to-1 at the moment, so it could have got into a trade there, and yeah, maybe you would have made a decision to close it at some point through here if you were trading that live. This one I actually entered into, so I got the indicator. I was actually watching a movie on the couch and got the indicator, got the signals on my phone, and decided I'd put in a trade. Basically because of this level here, and we returned to that level and got the signal, and I thought, oh, that's pretty good. We've come right back down, got the trade signal, and turn that liquidity hunter on. Yeah, you can see that we had this the RSI and the high volume came in there. So I've actually I've let this one ride. I haven't. I just closed out some today, this morning. So yeah, and yeah, if you were sort of trading over the weekend, this was a Saturday evening trade as well, so that you could have got in on that one as well. Wait, I have to delete that. So yeah, you could have easily traded this one as well if you were caring. So yeah, 7-to-1, 8-to-1 trade there, 8R trade. That would have been a pretty good one too if you were able to get out at the right time. You can see too with this, I did actually get the top crossing signal as well there, so you probably could actually just trade this just off the signals alone. So even if you entered there, exit there, enter here, exit there, these are all good trades. Even if you entered here, if your stop was wide enough, you would hold it up there as well. So definitely going to release this one very shortly, just to make life a little bit easier for everybody to try and trade some scalps. And you definitely could have got in on this one, so that would have been a good trade as well. So when was that? Sunday evening, and yeah, that was a doozy. Yeah, so another 15R if you were keen and were happy to hold on to it. And to be honest, that the sort of grinding up like that too, there's generally not any reason to really change your mind about what you're doing there. After this sort of peak here, I took some profit here after these big shift in, or the CVD blew up there, big shift in open interest, a lot of volume coming in here. You can see we're getting the top signals in there, so I took a bit off there, and you can see it's kind of rolling over now. So looks like we're getting a little bit of a head and shoulders forming there. So I'm expecting this to pull back, and I guess if Bitcoin starts rolling over for the CME gap and ETH and everything, like this will probably just crash down here somewhere. So we might get another opportunity to get back in. As you can see with the indicator, the 15 minute, I should turn the 60 off. Alright, I'm ignoring the 60 now. So the 15 minutes still way overbought. So really, to get a trade for the scalp, we want all of them down here somewhere. So we might get a few ups and downs like this before the 15 comes down in here. So I'm expecting we'd come down here, bounce, down here. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. So this might play out later today or this evening. So yeah, that's what I'm keeping my eye on. I think that's the only one that I want to talk about. The rest of them were a bit shit. Didn't actually enter any of these other ones, but yeah, I think Solana's been the best scalp trade lately. So out of all of them, Sui used to be really good, but it's been a bit less predictable. Getting a lot of sort of double sweeps and things like that. So yeah, getting bumped out quite often. So I'm holding back on Sui trades at the moment until it starts showing a bit more strength. I think it's just too choppy at the moment. Say's the same. I haven't been able to haven't been trading that particularly well lately either. So you know, stick to ETH and Solana at the moment, and I think everything should be fine. What other alerts we got coming in here at the moment? I think we're just topping out on everything. I think that's why those alerts are coming in. Piss that off. Yeah, so we're getting a few top signals coming in here. Just means it's getting a little bit overextended. Doesn't mean it will reverse this minute, but we might be just sort of coming to the end of it. You can see we've had quite a few decent drives up. Really had the 3 there on Sui as well. So and we've got above this level here. You know, if I turn some other things on, yeah, look, we've got what's that? 30-day, 7-day rolling, 30-day. We're above the 30-day. 7-day. It'll be just a matter of if we get back under here, and then we might have a pretty rapid decline, especially if Bitcoin starts rolling over. So just another one to keep an eye out for. But anyway, that's about it for today. So yeah, just a recap. Not a lot to do here. We're kind of hitting this trend line now. We've got the CME gap here, so I'm expecting not a lot more further upside today. Expecting this we might get a swing fail here, or maybe on the 4-hour swing fail, and then roll back over, come down, close our CME gap, which is down here, and it's probably going to be a good opportunity to be looking to go long after that. So yeah, that's about it at the moment. Anyway, thanks everybody, and I will try and close this down, and yeah, happy trading.